While the canopy is finished, it's all set up for spraying. I was going to just make it grey, but I think I will make it a heritage green, the same as the support pillars. And across the front here it's going to be a clear acetate sheet put on. I've got special glue to glue it on with, but I didn't know how to go over the paint, so that's why it's masked off. And the tops of them are masked off as well for the when applying the clear sheets, once again because I'm not sure how that'll take to the paint, so it'll go straight onto the plastic, but we'll go down underneath and we'll just see what it looks like. So there we can see along, and if we pan up, and the overbridge has been put in place. There's a few other little bits and pieces which have got to be glued in yet. The markings on the platforms have been done. It's the equivalent of the tactile markings here for platforms in the Metropolitan Rail system here in Melbourne, with the orange and then the yellow for keep behind the line, and then another set of orange at the back of that. But all the, as you can see, they're all in place now, so we'll take it out and give it a coat of spray paint and see how it looks. And the station entrance has been slightly modified. The station entrance has been rebuilt. The station sign will go across there, so I won't show you up further because it's a bit of a mess with stuff everywhere, but I've got to replace the signals back in here. If I can get my finger down there, just down there, there's an opening where the cables will drop through down onto the underneath the layout and connect back up to that post there. And you can see the one right up the back there. If I can sort of look where it is, and that's it right there. At the moment it's got a bit of a lean on it, but once I get the lights themselves back on, it should be okay. I had to do an update on this and had to put in this strengthening strip down the middle to sort of hold the trusses in properly. As you can see, as an example, moving around, I managed to get it done up until this point here, but then I had to wait on about another month to get the rest of the evergreen pieces to finish that off, all because of the shutdown with the mail, or not the shutdown but the delay in deliveries, etc. One area that was quite blank, and I thought, well, what can I do there? I'll try and get a photo of how it was before I did this so that we can compare them. But I'm going to put a little lake in here. I did this last weekend. This is now Friday, and I did this last Saturday about 4 o'clock. What I did, I was being silly. In the back here I put newspaper in, but what I did, I wet the newspaper first before I put it in, and consequently it's caused all sorts of problems since, because it's not drying properly. Well, it is drying, it's just getting that way now. This part here is still fairly solid, but round here I don't know whether it'll show up or not, but you push that and you can see that move. It is drying out, but now that's nearly a week and it's still not quite dry. This side round here, this area around here is okay. This has dried off pretty well, but not that. But what I'm going to do is use a product called Aqua Magic. Now I'll make up a little montage of it and some photos, and I'll put them onto the video straight after this bit, and you can see what it is. It's Aqua Magic. It's made in England, but it looks quite good. It is available here in Australia, and we'll see how that goes. Well, there's the canopy roof. It's had its first coat of paint. That's the first side. I've got to tip it over and do the other side yet, but unfortunately I have run out of paint, so I've ordered a new one. As soon as it arrives I'll do it and show you the remainder of the job. Well, the canopy is now completed. I've got to take this masking tape off here and put the glazing across there, and then all the glazing will then go across the top, and there'll be black sections down that side and down this side. These two little sections here, this one and this one, they are where the position where the loco will stop to be uncoupled, and all we'll do is just put this down through there, and you can see it, then it comes out down the bottom there to uncouple, and the same on that side. Now this will serve two purposes. One naturally is to do the uncoupling, but the other purpose is that they will act as exhaust vents for taking out the diesel fumes in the station. I've just got to touch up that little bit with a brush around there to put the green on, and the same on there. Yeah, so that's what's going to happen there. In the meantime, I've got two other pieces which I'll take these two out and I'll put in, and the other ones will come down flush with the top of here. I've got to take all this masking tape off the top of these as well, and that's where the glazing will go down and glue down onto there, which I've got special glue to use for that. If you just bear with Deluxe Materials Rocket Card Glue, and it has a little fine needle type tube that fits over that, so that you just get a very fine dab of the glue across there, and it's supposed to stick the glazing material down onto the actual top of the canopy. So that'll be the thing that'll go. I'm not sure whether to put those on first or put it in position and then do it. I can't put it up at the moment, even though this is all now dry, because I've got a problem with a point motor that's not throwing properly. Now I don't know whether it's too tight and mounted underneath the board, but it won't throw the point properly one way. So I've got to do, before I can put this on, I've got to fix that up. But there's the, so if you can see here, we have the actual, on certain areas it looks like the it hasn't been painted, but it's just a reflection of it. And these are the lighting cables. I'll turn the video off and I'll take the two stacks off and turn it over, and I'll remove all the masking tape across the lighting that I've got on. You can see the lighting on it. Okay, all the tape's off the cables now, so we'll turn it on and obviously a bit bright for the camera. And this will probably do away with the end of the special lighting I had above the, I'll show you over here now. You can see there's a sensor in there and another one in there, so that when the loco goes, I've explained this before, when the loco goes over it, it blocks it, and then we'll light up the control panel. Now on the, before I redid the platforms, the original platforms I had, there was a section that come across here and down there, and it had two white LEDs above those two sensors, and because at certain times the indicators would come on the control panel that there was something over the sensor. So I made up that special fitting to go over that, but I don't think I will need it now because of the lighting on the actual canopy itself. So we'll just have to wait and see how it comes out when it's. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 strips of LEDs, which should give us the lighting over the actual layout. Naturally, what you're seeing here now is the underneath portion. And as I said before, I've got to take off these masking tape along here and then along the top. So I'll turn this over now and I'll do that, and then I'll come back to it. Okay, all the masking tape has been stripped off. And there's just a few little pieces I've got to touch up. Just along here where the paint has leaked through. So I've got to touch that up before I put the glazing on. And then we'll see how it goes. So that's it for the moment, and we'll come back shortly. Bye. Well, here we go again with the canopy. We're going to put down the middle of this for the just get this. That noise is out in the street as I've got the garage door open while I'm doing this. And there we can see, that's the clear sheet. This side down here is almost glued on. Got to adjust the black one on this side. They're not glued in as yet. But that's roughly how it'll be. The original intention was to have that this way, but unfortunately I don't know what happened, but let's see if I can get it to be the way I wanted it to be. So this end here is flush to the end, and by rights that should be, there's my little pointer. My little pointer's gone. I'll try this. By rights, this one should have been finish up at about that position there. Where's the camera? There we are. Come round here. Well, you can see here where it is just slightly over where it should be, but these are moving around a bit, consequently it's not lining up properly. So what I'm going to do is turn it around, and hopefully it should work out something like that. The clear will be sitting over the black. Now this might seem pedantic, but I'm imagining that it's out in the weather, in the rain. If it's the other way around with the black over there, the water could creep under and slide down there, but this way, yeah, okay, it might seem pedantic, but that's just me. And these two here, those two bits, as I said earlier on, are for the uncoupling of the locos, and also act as an exhaust for the diesel fumes in the station itself. So what happens when that goes on here, I'll grab another one of these, that'll go over there, and then I'll just mark where the holes are going to be on this, and then get a punch and I'll punch the holes out. There and there. My camera work's not very good today, I'm all over the place. But as you can see, and these are still not quite dry yet, but that is the general gist of it. And once I've got the top section on, as you can see up the end there, then I will then put the do this end of it. And you can just, I'll have to naturally edit that out when I do the movie, but you can just see the lights, the reflection of the lights down there. Alright, I'll get back onto it, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, as you could see by the still photos, this is what the it shows you what the engine looked like before, and now after it's been in through the dettol bath. You can see the complete change of colour. So the paint is now stripped back. This has got to be cleaned up, rinsed out in water now, but that's back to its original colour, and as I said, it's got to be put into water now to clean it up. Amazing. An antiseptic can do that to the model. And who would think that this could appear after the dirty brown black colour that was on it before? So it looks like it's going to be okay. I'll let it dry out, and then we'll spray it to my colour scheme. Here's the newly painted new loco. Well, here we are. This is the new cinema. I hope to have some night scenes of it. And as we come around here, gotta be careful I don't bump the trestles. And there we have the diner. Don't know what that is there. I'll get rid of that. And I'll see if I can show what's inside. Come on, focus for me. A bit hard to see what happens when it's lit up. Yeah, so there's the diner. That was then it was replaced, built 24/7, the same time as the cinema. All that company of Fast. And one other thing that apparently they're going to do, because the developers have moved, the service station. I believe that is going to be bulldozed. The main sign will stay, but it's going to be bulldozed and a new servo built. I don't know when that's going to happen, but that is on the cards. And then also we have over the back here a couple of cottages. Well, here we have the cinema. It's now lit up. And then we go to the diner. And then over the back we have the cottages with the street light on, and here is the police station. This is the rear part of it. These little houses in the front here, they're just for effect at the moment, they're not going on the layout. And as we come round, there's the pub, the service station, which apparently I've heard is going to be demolished as well, and a new one built in its place. I don't know when that's going to happen. And then as we come round here, this is then into the station area with the footbridge and all the other things that are all lit up on it. The engine shed and the lights in the pit. And then as we come around the other side of the layout, here we have the church. And the light on the little cross, the cenotaph, the little cottage, and there's the front of the pub and the police station. You can see the light over there. And then as we come down here, there's the back. We now see the back of the diner in there. And then, just you've seen all these before, here we have the shop and the post office, the milk bar, and the post office there. And over there we have the platform lighting